What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and in today's video we have the next episode of the weekend recap. If you're new around here and you haven't watched a weekend recap before, I just recap the sport that happened over the weekend, mainly the Premier League, or mainly the football. I'll touch on the La Liga a little bit, and the UFC, if there was UFC over the weekend. But as always, if there's something I don't touch in this video, make sure to leave it down in the comment section and I will get into it in the next video. But as always, a thumbs up if you enjoyed, a thumbs down if you didn't, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace. We will begin every single weekend recap the exact same way when there is a Premier League weekend, and that is by starting with Manchester United. Manchester United played West Ham yesterday to a 2-1 victory. As you can see on screen here, Cristiano Ronaldo celebrating. What a goat. Cristiano Ronaldo scored in the 35th minute, which Said Benrahma scored in the 30th minute. Cristiano Ronaldo then scored in the 35th minute, and then Jesse Lingard won us the game in the 89th minute. What it doesn't say here is the penalty that David De Gea saved in the 94th minute, which, I mean, that obviously won us the game. But yeah, when you look at the stats here, I mean, lots of shots, good shots on target. If you've watched any of these, you know that I hound on about taking shots, but then they're not on target, you know. Lots of fouls as well. You can see this was a dominant performance from Manchester United. We had lots of corners, lots of fouls, 90% pass accuracy, lots of passes, good possession, good shots on target. You know what I mean? It was quite a dominant performance. But just still the same. Manchester United, we had to wait for them to score for the game to open up a bit. We don't know what to do when we have a lot of possession and the team's not attacking us, and we can string together lots of passes. We don't really attack very well with that style. You know what I mean? It's lots of passes, but the passes aren't sharp. They're not those penetrative, you know, like 1-2 and someone's got a chance to go. You know what I mean? It's not the little tiki-taka passes that then lead to good chances. We did have to wait for West Ham to start being a bit more aggressive towards us so that we could then find a bit more spaces. Could have scored a couple more goals. Fabianski did make quite a few good saves. That one he made at the start of the second half, that one-on-one save to Ronaldo. I mean, if you could have paused that picture as Bruno lays it into Ronaldo and he's about to take a shot from like inside the penalty spot. You know, I'm pretty sure 95% of people on the planet would be like, he's about to score. But he actually didn't. Fabianski made a very good save. Talk about the refereeing in the game. I mean, I definitely felt Cristiano Ronaldo should have had at least one penalty. You know, maybe even two. I don't know why VAR exists, but they don't go look at the VAR. You know what I mean? It's in the game. What's the point in not looking at it? But then the one that they do go VAR is the one where it hits Luke Shaw's arm, but it's like blatantly out. Like, I don't understand why he'd have to VAR that one. Like, whatever. The reffing was super bad. They should have had another penalty when Wan-Bissaka just broke Souček's legs in the box. Like, I don't even think he had the ball. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It was quite a shocking refereeing performance all around. But hey, you know, in the end we get the result done. I'm pretty sure that's the first penalty David De Gea has saved in like his past 50. Apparently, it's also the first penalty Mark Noble's missed in his career. So I mean, if that isn't a bit of sweet serendipity about it, you know, the worst penalty saver against the best penalty scorer statistically, and then Dave saves it. So I mean, that's what you get when you bring someone on in the 94th minute, first touch of the game. You know what I mean? He doesn't even get to do like a 1-2 pass, nothing. First touch of the game, go take a penalty. Like, it's going to be tough. I mean, pretty shit penalty, good save from Dave, and in the end we snatch all 3 points. I mean, the goal from Jesse was very nice. The goal from Cristiano was also very nice. It would have been nicer if he got it in the first time from that Bruno assist. But, you know, Bruno hits a nice ball, hits it with like the outside of his foot. Keeper saves it, rebound, he scores. So another game that Cristiano scores. I mean, he seems to be a bit of a goal machine. Their goal was a bit of he took a shot from outside the box for a run, try to block it, and it takes a huge deflection and goes into the goal. So you can't even be mad about their goal. I mean, obviously you can. So yeah, I mean, another good performance from United. I mean, the subs came on. Jesse did a bit of bits. Matic. I mean, we could talk about Fred. I mean, I could talk about Fred for the next 25 minutes with just how bad Fred is. I mean, Fred, he's just not a top 4 side midfielder. He's just not very good at passing. He's not very good at tackling. He doesn't have good skills. He doesn't have good shooting. He's not. I don't know what Fred does in training to keep earning full games, keep just running that midfield. It was nice to see Scott back. But yeah, I mean, we play midweek again. We play West Ham during the week again in the EFL Cup, so that'll be an interesting one. But on to the next game. Okay, the next match we'll be looking at will be Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Liverpool ran out 3-0 victors against Crystal Palace. Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, and Naby Keita. Goal Naby Keita scored was a bit of a rocket ship. I don't know if he's right-footed or left-footed, but I mean, jeepers, if he's not left-footed, that was a bit of a unit left-footed volley outside the box. Yeah, I mean, if you look at these stats here, I mean, these would always be the stats you would expect. Bottom half of the table side, is that fair to say? Is that not a bit mean on Crystal Palace? A bottom half of the table side going to Anfield, like, you know what I mean? Only 84% pass accuracy from Liverpool. Very interesting. But I mean, 25 shots, 10 on target, you know, just absolutely peppering the goals. So a couple saves Gaeta made, a couple chances that Liverpool could have scored as well. I mean, what do you expect from Liverpool versus Crystal Palace? I mean, Crystal Palace, I said that did beat Tottenham, but I don't think Tottenham are very good, if I'm being entirely honest. So yeah, absolute dominant performance from Crystal Palace. Sadio Mane scoring his 100th goal. Well, that may have been last weekend. He also became the first player ever to score in 9 consecutive matches against against any team ever. He scored in 9 consecutive matches against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, when they see they're playing Liverpool, they must just be like, it's just going to be the Sadio Mane show again. Okay, but on to the next game. The game we will look at will be Manchester City versus Southampton. The score was a 0-0 draw. When I first started watching this game, I was very much expecting Manchester City to go run rampant and bash them 3 or 4-0. I don't think Southampton are very good, if I'm being entirely honest. But yeah, I had a couple goals. I think 2 goals disallowed for offside. One definitely disallowed for offside, where Foden takes a shot, it rebounds in, but then Sterling, being goal hungry while offside, goes and then hits it in, but it is then offside. Southampton also were awarded a penalty that was then disallowed, and I'm not too sure why it was disallowed. It did just look like Kyle Walker fouled him in the box. I mean, hey, whatever. I don't work in the VAR room, but I don't think anyone else does either. I think they just flip a coin, and then whatever it lands on, that's how VAR works. So yeah, obviously, you know, if you're not a Manchester City fan, which I mean, there's probably about 2 of you in the entire world, good result. 0-0 draw for Manchester City. Get wrecked, Manchester City. Decent from Ralph Hasenhüttl's Southampton. So yeah, on to the next game. Next game we will look at will be the big game that took place over the weekend. I say big game, you know, a game against 2 big sides. It was Tottenham 0, Chelsea 3. We had goals from Thiago Silva, N'Golo Kante, and Antonio Rudiger. I mean, once again, dominant performance from Chelsea. I mean, look, 20 shots, 10 on target, you know, decent possession. Tottenham did have a couple moments where they looked a bit decent, had a couple chances, but just didn't have that finishing edge. I mean, another statistic that we'll talk about is fouls. You know what I mean? You can see how a team is dominating another team. This team had 15 fouls, 1 yellow card to 4 fouls. You know what I mean? You can see every time Tottenham got the ball, I mean, Chelsea's there, they're pressing, they're stopping them from getting any flow, any momentum going, just there, pounding, you know what I mean? And that will without a doubt break up a team's play, you know what I mean? I mean, Chelsea do look very good. Winning 3-0 and Lukaku's not on the scorecards is a very daunting sight for anyone who's not a Chelsea fan. So yeah, Tottenham, I mean, the fact that Tottenham started out with 3 1-0 victories and now have just lost consecutive games 3-0, that might be a bit of a wake-up call for Tottenham and Nuno over there, Nuno Espirito Santos. So yeah, I mean, Chelsea definitely looking like quite hot contenders. I mean, they even had Kepa in goal. They didn't even play Edouard Mendy. I mean, it's a bit of a joke that Kepa's an international, but that's not what we're talking about. This is not the roasting Kepa session. Yeah, what else do I have to say about Chelsea? Not much. They're looking very dangerous. N'Golo getting on the scorecard. Always love that. I mean, it was a massive deflection, but hey, they all count. And yeah, on to the next game. Final Premier League game we'll be looking at for this video was a Burnley 0, Arsenal 1, Martin Odegaard with the 30th minute free kick banger. I mean, what a goal that was. At first I saw it, I was like, who's left? Was that Emile Smith-Rowe? I didn't know he was a left-footed, but it wasn't. It was Odegaard. Absolute banger of a free kick. I mean, as you can see here, quite a close game. 18 shots from Burnley, but only 3 on target. You know, you're going to struggle to win games taking 18 shots, but only 3 of them are on target. You know what I mean? I mean, Burnley did look good. They got awarded a penalty that was disallowed. Obviously rightly, because it got disallowed. But from where I was watching it, like, you can see a bit of the contact on the ball, But I mean, I'm pretty sure if he didn't make contact with the player, he might have still been able to get the ball. Whatever. Penalty got disallowed for Burnley. Arsenal coming out victors. This is back-to-back games now Arsenal have won, gaining some points. Yeah, I mean, 80% pass accuracy, decent possession. Also, Arsenal 13 shots, 3 on target. You know, Arsenal don't look very good at the moment. Their defensive line's back together, where they're looking quite good. Tomiyasu, he's looking quite impressive. So is Ramsdale in goal. I think that was one of those signs that people are like, why did you buy Ramsdale? I mean, I'm pretty sure I even said that, but he's clearly proven why he was purchased, because he seems to be quite a good goalkeeper. So let's look at the table quick. We've got Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City all tie on 13 points. Manchester United all tie on 13 points here at the top. So what's that? 4 wins and a draw from all of us. So that's quite nice. We're not letting I say we as a Manchester United fan, we're not letting the top pack get away. I mean, then obviously the surprise package will be Brighton in 4th on 12 points. We then have City on 10. City been struggling a bit. Their first last 3 wins and then now a draw. We then have Everton, who I'm pretty sure lost their last game to Aston Villa. I think Everton may have lost to. Yeah, shame. Everton don't look too good. Then we have Tottenham. I mean, Tottenham aren't looking very good. West Ham are looking quite decent. Brentford would be the surprise package, in my opinion, of the season so far, looking very good. I mean, Brighton have always played decent football. They just don't have the best players, so they struggle for results. But I feel like Graham Potter is quite a good manager. We've then got the bottom half of the table, which is Aston Villa, Watford, Leicester, Arsenal. Look at Arsenal not in the relegation zone. My guys. We then have Crystal Palace, Southampton, Wolves, Leeds, Newcastle, Burnley, Norwich. I mean, Norwich have just lost 5 games in a row. Norwich look like they're going straight back down to the Championship. They do not look Premier League quality. But, I mean, you could say that about Burnley, and Burnley will probably stay up, knowing Burnley. Knowing my main man, Sean Dyche. So, I mean, interesting look at the table. We'll now take a couple look at some other games going on. La Liga, maybe the PSV game. So, on to those now. Okay, the only game we'll be looking at for the Eredivisie will be PSV 0, Feyenoord 4. This was requested by my main man, Sniper Monkey. Konki, what happened here, boy? PSV in the mud, hey? Lost 4-0. They only had 4 shots on target and they scored all of them. Ish, that's super tough, Konki. I don't even know what to say, dude. I mean, it looked like quite a close game, barring the result. PSV looked like dominating possession. Obviously, almost 60% possession, 15 shots, but only 3 on target. You're going to struggle there, but conceded 4 goals. Oh, that's super tough. I mean, to be entirely honest, I don't know much about the Eredivisie. I mean, look at Ajax over here with a goal difference of 21. So, I mean... But, I mean, PSV still in touching distance, only 1 point behind. I mean, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce those other names. But, yeah, I mean, you asked me to look at PSV, Monkey, and it was just the worst time because PSV just in the mud. Oh, no. Then we will touch on a couple La Liga results. Here we have Valencia 1, Real Madrid 2. I did catch the end of this game where Real Madrid scored both their goals. I caught it and it was 1-0 to Valencia up to the, as you can see here, the 86th minute. And I was like, oh wow, Valencia are going to beat Real Madrid. And Real Madrid were like, no, incorrect. Just turn it up. Vinicius Jr. looked very good. He scored a goal, gave a good assist to, I mean, the goal he scored were nice deflection. Then gave the assist to Benzema who scored. So, I mean, Vinicius Jr. looking very good. I mean, as you can see, a dominant performance from Real Madrid. I don't have much else to say. Real Madrid looking decent. 5 yellow cards for Real Madrid. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about Real Madrid. I don't really watch much La Liga football. So, on to the next game. Okay, the final La Liga game we'll be taking a look at will be Athletico Madrid versus Athletic Club. This game played to a 0-0 draw on Saturday. João Felix getting a straight red card in the 78th minute. No idea what happened there. I mean, jeepers. So what's that? A total of 20 shots for 2 on target in the whole game. Athletic Club had 6 shots, 0 on target. That's pretty jacked, dude. Yeah, I didn't watch this game. Literally didn't even watch the highlights. Have no idea what happened. Have no opinions. Atletico drawing. I would comment on the Barcelona game, but they're only playing tonight, so I can't really. Just take a quick look at the. Where the hell's Barcelona? They've only played 3 games. Okay, I was gonna be like, Barca, what are you doing down there in 10th? Okay, so we've got Madrid up top and then Atletico. I mean, as you would expect. I don't have much to say about La Liga. Haven't been watching too much La Liga ever since all the superstars left. Obviously, if you're Spanish and you still support a Spanish side, it will be interesting. But yeah, Yeah, and for the final bit of action that took place over the weekend that we will be recapping, it was UFC Fight Night SPANN versus Smith versus SPANN, whatever. We'll just be recapping the fights that took place on the main card. Don't have much to say. There weren't some big names. Decent card, as you can see, three finishes in a row. We have Joaquin Buckley versus Antonio Arroyo. A good finish at the end of the third round. Hit him with like a kind of hit him with a punch in the back of the head. He kind of hit him like a round, hit him on the back of the head, knocked him out. I didn't really watch Nathan Maness versus Tony, but he beat him. Arman Tsarukurian versus Christos Giakos. He beat him with a first round knockout. We then have Ariane Lipski versus Mandy Bohm. That was a third round decision to Ariane Lipski. We then had Iwan Kutalaba versus Devin Clark. If I remember while I'm editing, I'll edit in a picture of Devin Clark's mouth right now. Super disgusting. He had like the entirety of like the bottom bit of his jaw here was like broken out, like super disgusting. Iwan Kutalaba he's quite a menace. I mean, it was quite a decent fight. And then we had the main event, which was Anthony Smith versus Ryan Spann. Anthony Smith won with a first round submission. I'm pretty sure it was a rear naked choke. As you can see, Anthony Smith, quite a unit, 36 wins, 16 losses. He's quite a journeyman. He fights quite regularly. So yeah, I mean, interesting set of fights. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. No, not many big names fighting. I mean, decent card if you're super hardcore into your fighting. Okay, so that'll be the weekend recap done. That'll be the weekend of the 17th to the 19th of September. Some good football on, some good fighting on. You know, not much motorsport, not much anything else going on. So yeah, as always, thumbs up if you enjoyed, a thumbs down if you didn't, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace. Okay, bye.